for an hour or two and finally decided in a 5-4 vote to keep the school open. Okay.
After hearing both sides of the issue, the 9 members of the city council deliberated for an hour or two and finally decided in 5-4 votes to keep the school open. The protesters who were gathered outside the city council building on hearing the decision erupted in cheer, happy to know the school would continue to operate.
Ah, right, very good, very good. Continue to operate. Continue to operate. Both sides of the issue, the city council deliberated for an hour or two and finally decided in a 5-4 vote to keep the school open. Okay.
After hearing both sides of the issues, the 9 members of the city council deliberated for an hour or two and finally decided in a 5-4 vote to keep the school open. The protesters who were gathered outside the city council building on hearing the decision erupted in cheers, happy to know school would continue to operate.
Right, very good, very good. In a 5-4 vote to keep the school open. The protesters who were gathered outside the city council building. Gathered. They are gathered together as one large group. Gathered. Okay.
After hearing both sides of the issues, the 9 members of the city deliberated for an hour or two and finally decided in a 5-4 vote to keep the school open. The protesters who were gathered outside the city council building on hearing the decision
Cheers.
Happy to know the school would continue to operate.
To operate. The school would continue to operate. An hour or two and Fine, like F-I-N-E, finally. It's almost like F-I-N-E-L-Y. Finally decided. They finally, at last, after an hour or 2 or 3, they finally decided. Okay.
After hearing both sides of the issue, the
9 members
of the
city council deliberated
for an hour or two and finally decided in a 5-4 vote to keep the school open.
protesters
who were
gathered
outside the city
council building
on hearing the
decision erupted in cheers.
Happy to know the school would continue to
Operate.
operate.
Right. Continue to operate. In other words, it would stay in business. They would continue to teach school. So after hearing, they heard the mayor speak and say, we should close the school, it's costing too much money. And the other side of the question, the other side of the issue, no, keep it open, keep it open. It would cause too many problems to close the school. So you have two sides of the question. Open, close. What are they going to do? So, after hearing both sides of the issue, the 9 members, why would there be 9 members? Why not 8 or 6 or 10? Is there a reason most courts are 9? In other words, they usually, on boards like this, councils, courts, or whatever, there would be 9 so that there is no tie. 4-4. Ooh, what are you going to do, 4-4? Or if there were 10, 5-5. Ooh. So 5-4, 9, they won't have a tie. Either way, it'll be 5-4 or 6-3 or something like that, but it won't be 4-4, 5-5, 6-6. So that's why odd number members. So the members of the city council, the mayor's group that decide a lot of the issues for the city council, they deliberated, they considered it, they said, oh, do you think we should, what do you think, what do you think, what do you think, well, we should do this, we should do that, and they deliberated all the questions about whether it should stay open or closed. They deliberated for an hour or 2. Not specific, they didn't say an hour and 46 minutes, no, it was an hour or 2 hours, something like that. Indefinite, but not that important. So after they deliberated, they at last, finally, after all the talk, they finally decided, okay, boom, let's go. Yes, yes, no, in a 5-4 vote to keep the school open. The protesters, the people who were protesting the mayor's decision to close the school, had gathered outside, and they had signs up and everything saying, keep it open, keep it open. The protesters who were gathered outside the city council building, where the city council was, outside were the protesters. And on hearing the decision, when somebody came out and said, 5-4 decision, they are going to keep the school open, boom! Erupted. It's just like a volcano. It erupted. In this case, it was the protesters who erupted in cheers. Yeah, yay, yay, I'm so happy, we're so happy. They erupted in cheers, happy to know the school would continue to operate. It would continue to function as an active school, not closed, open and running, operating, erupted, protesters, building, finally decided, deliberated, issue, shoe like my shoe, issue, shoe, issue. Any questions about the words? Any issues with the words?
Sure, but erupt is like a bomb,
I like what?
like a bomb
Like a bomb?
or not.
explode
Well, it's like you could change the word and, yeah, all right. On hearing the exploded in cheers. In other words, a bomb would not necessarily erupt. A volcano would erupt. Oh. A bomb, when it hits the ground, boom, explodes. So you could say, and there are many, many different ways to say all of this, if you worked at it for hours or whatever, that on hearing the decision, exploded in cheers. Rah! It's the same idea, just that in this case, pick the word erupted, but you're right, you could have easily said exploded in cheers, like a bomb explodes, kaboom. Any other questions about the words, the pronunciation of the words? Pronunciation, yeah.
deliberated city council